Virgo, welcome to your reading. I hope this message finds you while you're in good health and good wealth. I hope that you're doing something that you love today, tonight, this afternoon, whenever this message finds you, simply because you deserve to. Let's begin. Overall energy with the Four Cups in reverse. I feel like you are entering a period of time, or you are desiring to be in a period of time, or just at a point in your life where you don't have to feel so guarded. You don't feel like you, I don't know, you can really just be yourself authentically, unapologetically, and just kind of let go of whatever anybody else thinks, I guess. I don't know, I feel like in the past you felt so restricted with this Eight of Swords being in your past. You felt so stuck, and it could have been due to external circumstances, people, places, and things in your environment that were discouraging, you know? Bad relationships, bad friendships, bad experiences that you went through that kind of made you feel like you can only do so much or be so much, or I don't know, I get this very restricted energy from your past, like you just haven't, like you're such a big dreamer, or you know that you could be, you know that you could shine in a way, in some way, shape, or form, but it's like whatever you dealt with in the past, it prevented you from actually taking that leap of faith. It guarded you. It had you, whatever experiences you went through, it made you put your guard up, overly protecting yourself. I won't say overly protecting yourself, I'll just say protecting yourself because of what you've been through. But you're entering this period now with your overall energy being the Four of Pentacles in reverse. It's like you're not necessarily being so protective over what it is you know is inside of you. You also could, some Virgos out there, you could be going through maybe a financial loss in some way, shape, or form. Kind of like had really difficult times financially lately. But for other Virgos out there, you might just not, you might be in a position where it's like you don't feel like you have to worry about money as much anymore. Like you've put yourself in a position, or you found a new opportunity that has allowed you to kind of save to the point where you're not necessarily stressing about how you're going to pay for this or that next month, you know. But all in all, I just think this is more energetically allowing this guard to be released, like this sense of, what's it called when people like they don't share, or they like only keep things to themselves. Like you're like letting go of that, you know. I feel like you might be sharing your thoughts more, expressing your voice more with this Eight of Swords in your past, and the Four of Pentacles being your overall energy in reverse. I feel like you could be feeling more confident and comfortable expressing your truth, I'll say. Currently, in your present moment, we have the Five of Cups. So this is grief, you know, some type of loss, some type of something that you didn't want to let go of, but you had to let go of it, and it has to do with your emotions. So it could be breaking down those emotional barriers that you used to have up, you know. Maybe it started with your voice, and now it's like you're kind of softening up to yourself, or becoming more comfortable with expressing your emotions truthfully and honestly. And then crowning that, we have the Page of Cups. Could be apologies, apologizing to yourself for holding yourself back, because in the past, the Eight of Cups is really you holding yourself back, right? You had the potential to shine this whole time. Your external environment and those factors, you can only use those as excuses as to why you haven't done this or done that. Truthfully, the only reason you haven't done this or done that, I say this with a grain of salt, but because it's definitely circumstantial. But truthfully, the only reason you haven't done this or done that, or been this person or been that person, is because you were holding yourself back. It was fear. The fear mindset got the best of you. You let those external circumstances and factors hold yourself back. You allowed it to. You allowed other people's projections and fears and negative comments and their own self-doubt. You allowed their projections to become a part of your reality, which held yourself back. So I feel like right now this Five of Cups could be grieving this old version of you, because in the future we got the Queen of Wands. So this is, you're not that version of Virgo anymore. You're not scared to speak your truth. You're not scared to live your truth. You're not scared to be yourself. You're confident in it, actually. You're proud to be who you are, you know? And so I feel like you may be in this process currently of forgiving yourself for all of the opportunities you may feel you have missed out on due to your lack of self-belief in the past. Or you could just be in this process of forgiveness to yourself, or forgiving someone else for something that happened in the past that made you feel restricted and guarded. But now you're just in this period of really just freedom, like freedom of the self. You freed yourself from the constraints of your own mind, of your own being. Damn. Allowing yourself to feel again. Because I feel like for a while you were numb. I feel like that Eight of Swords made you a little bit numb, but that's the past, and we're in the future now, baby. Come on. You're free. You're feeling good. You're feeling confident. Like the things that you want, you know that you can manifest. You know all you have to do is just take that leap of faith. All you have to do is make a plan and start with the baby steps day by day. And I feel like that is what is giving you this confidence and this courage to now be yourself unapologetically. In the future, we have the Knight of Cups in reverse. I feel as though you're going to be attracting a lot of different type of energies. You know, when you start embodying your truth and embracing your truth, people gravitate towards that, because they see something in you that they truly see in themselves, but they're still stuck in this energy, you know? I feel like now you're kind of being the opposite of this energy, holding yourself back and not taking risk, or not doing the things that you love, the things that make you passionate, the things that you desire to do, Virgo. I feel like now you're on the opposite end of that, and you're doing those things. And so it's going to draw in attention or energy from people that also want to embrace their truth. And, you know, they just see a part of themselves in you. And so I feel like you might be getting a lot of potentially romantic suitors. I'll say this in a couple ways, but I would be cautious about those people, because just make sure you know what their intentions are truly, because I feel like a lot of them are coming to you and gravitating towards you for what they may portray to you as love, but really they might just want something else. They might have ulterior motives for gravitating towards you, and it could be to just heal parts of themselves that they won't really admit, you know? Like, I feel like they know why they're gravitating towards you, because they see something in you and they think you'll inspire them or help them through whatever. Or like, maybe it's a certain job you have that is kind of very attracted to them, or your status. Queen of Wands, very influential, very powerful, but also very independent. That's what you're embodying in the future. But the outcome, I see you just attracting a lot of energies, and I would be cautious about what you're attracting, because not everyone says what they mean. Not everyone's intentions are exactly what they say their intentions are. So I would just be cautious. But for a lot of other Virgos out there, it's like, because you're now embracing this new independent energy, I feel like you're just re-falling in love with yourself, and you're not necessarily open to the idea of experiencing new love right now. Like, you're just invested in yourself, because you've had a lot of dark days. You know, you've had to go through this process of forgiving yourself. You've had to go through basically this softening up of your true nature, because for so long you had all of these walls up. And so now it's like you just want to nurture yourself and take care of yourself and tend to this new version of you, right? This liberated version of you. For some Virgos out there, could be dealing with an Aquarius, Scorpio, Aries, Leo, Sag. Yeah. So in your past, with this Eight of Swords, is clarified by Judgment in reverse. So I just feel like this was absolutely you allowing other people's opinions, fears, projections influence you. The reason that you were stuck is because you were failing to make the decision that you needed to make most. Free yourself. Stop giving a fuck what other people think. Look, in your present, 5 of Cups, 8 of Cups. You're grieving you're moving on from the sadness. You are leaving those sad days, that sad narrative, that old person you used to be, who didn't think they could do this and that, who didn't think they could achieve their dreams or become the Queen of Wands. I see the Ace of Pentacles right here. You're leaving that version of you behind, and you're not looking back. Clarify the Page of Cups. Jeez. The Hermit. There you are. Look. Forgiveness of the self. You're in this process of it, and you're leaving the past behind. Those old, sad, bullshit narrative, those lies you used to tell yourself. You're leaving that in the past about who you are, who you can be, due to other people's projections, fears, and their wrongdoings to you. Leaving that in the past for good. Understanding that you also went through that period of time for a reason. You had to, so that you could go through this process of growth. Now you're in this process of forgiving yourself. I feel like you're having a lot of epiphanies. You could becoming very enlightened to the truth that is you, right? And now, because of that, in the future, Queen of Wands, 8 of Wands. Going in a whole new direction. And I feel like this is in regards to just your character, but you could be moving. You could be getting a lot of communication coming in. Like I said, a lot of people could be attracted to that, right? Tower in reverse on the bottom. But I just think you're just feeling like a new version of you, and you're feeling confident to move in whatever direction it is you want to or desire to, because now you see yourself for your true self. You know you can do it no matter what it is. If you put your mind to it, if you embrace your truth, your authenticity unapologetically, you will succeed. As long as you can keep your heart chakra open and in tune and not block it off, you're gonna be great. You're gonna be successful. Clarify Knight of Cups in reverse. I want to know who this is, or if this is just you. Justice. You could be dealing with a Libra. Ace of Wands reverse. I would just be cautious about this, because Knight of Cups in reverse, Tower. Not necessarily the worst thing, you know. I think like you could be, I'll say this two ways. You could be closed off to the idea of love, Ace of Wands reverse, and Justice, because you're just feeling yourself right now, right? Not in an arrogant way, just in a self-empowered way, something you've been disconnected from for a long time. And now this version of you is like, you're just surprised to see it. You're falling in love with it, with you again, because not that you never didn't love yourself, but for so long you were holding yourself back by dealing with certain things. Now it's like you feel unbound. It's like you cut these soul ties, you broke these energetic contracts, or not broke them, but you released them. And I feel like this Tower is in regards to this ideology that you can't be in love, or you can't find, or you don't want to be in love. I feel like that is kind of crumbling, because I feel the more you fall in love with yourself and the more people you attract, the harder it's going to become to continue to fight love. Love is always going to try to find the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is just loved. And so I feel like this Tower could be a deconstruction of your emotional perception of who you once were. Maybe not feeling worthy of love in the past, but learning that through loving yourself, you already know you've always been worthy of love, a good, pure love. But it's like the past experiences, I feel like you're releasing those, the deconstruction of how the past loved you, because that influences how you view yourself being able or worthy or capable of love. So I feel like that's all just falling away. And now we have Justice and the Ace of Wands in reverse. So what the love that is coming towards you is not going to be a love of they just want you for status. Like I was saying, it's not going to be like that. This is going to be the next type of love you experience, if it is going to be a new love. And you will experience a new love, because we make new friends every day. Not every day. Most of us don't, but I don't. But this can be a love or a friendship. This can be a lover. This can be a pet. Whatever this love that you're going to feel is not going to be inauthentic. It is going to be something that really makes you feel like you were on this journey for a reason. It's going to bring a lot of clarity, a lot of balance and peace into your world. Because I already think that in your future, at least, you will be obtaining the self-love that you are desiring, or that you desire or have desired in the past. And because you've achieved, or you are now vibrating on that frequency, it's going to bring in something else outside of yourself that you fall in love with. This could even be a job, a passion, a hobby, with the Ace of Wands. So it's going to be something that you love, right? It doesn't have to be like romantic, is what I'm saying. But it could be something that is definitely emotional for you, right? With the Chariot on the bottom. You're just moving forward now. I feel like this old version of yourself has just died. They died somewhere in the past, right? Once you came to terms with the fact that you were holding yourself back. Yes, the people in your past wronged you, but you allowed their own fear. You allowed their fear to become a part of your world. And that's just not ever going to get you anywhere, Virgo. And so I feel like that version of you has died. And through the process, there's been a beautiful rebirth and emergence of a more authentic version of yourself, right? A more confident, a more passionate, a more loving, a more spontaneous and bold version of yourself. Because you've allowed yourself to feel what you needed to feel in order to heal. This was your reading, Virgo. See you soon. Bye.